Ahoy there, Briney here, coming at you with another Genshin Impact video. I'm a little bit behind in the event, big surprise if you've seen my other stuff. I'm always behind in everything. So this is going to be more of a video of me getting my bearings. I'm going to see if it's just going to be like fighting a couple little enemies, if it's going to be no big deal, or if it's going to be like a super challenging thing where finding easy ways to finish it would be greatly needed. So let's first find out what I'm gonna have to do. All I know right now is that I talked to Dr. Livingstone and I saw the trailer from Genshin where it is you fight like enemies in an arena, but that's all I really know right now. So let's get in there. Let's kick some booty and then take some booty for ourselves. Ahoy there. We meet again, traveler. You seem to be in pretty high spirits. Do you remember the meaty tribe arena? Lately, it seems that there's some sort of no-hold-barred fighting tournament being held around there. I still have further research that I intend to conduct in this area, but the whole gorge is all bustle these days due to this tournament, which has been disrupting my progress. The sooner you win that tournament, the sooner I can get back to work. It's a win-win. I'll consider it. So, complete normal difficulty, complete hard, extreme, normal, hard, extreme, normal, hard, extreme. Okay, so it's a bunch of fights that I can increase the difficulty of. It's nice that the primo gems are only on normal difficulty, so that way you won't miss out on too much stuff if you can't complete the hard or the extreme. But let's find ways to just finish this as easily as possible. Oh, cool. We can actually teleport there. I'm gonna see how difficult this is with this team. Now, my Kaching is actually on the up and up. I have everything around level 12, which is probably a good spot for most characters to leave their artifacts. To get an artifact from like 12 to 20, it's almost triple the amount of artifacts that are needed to get an artifact from 1 to 12. So if you're thinking about ways to sit your artifacts, level 12 is probably the best way to sit, and then your main damage dealers, you want to at least have the feather maxed out. And as you see here, I'm as close as I can to getting 50% crit rate. So it's the 1 to 2 ratio, so I have 43% crit rate, so I have at least double as crit damage, which is 87. So yeah, if you have 43% crit rate, 86% crit damage is what you're trying to achieve, but I really want to get that to about 50%, just because that is the golden spot for your main damage dealer. If you saw one of my earlier episodes, my Xinyan is now holding the Wolf's Gravestone for me. My Xinyan is sitting more as a support character. Again, I don't have great leveled up artifacts for her just because I'm trying to level up friendship and whatnot. Chi-Chi, of course, is my main healer, so everything's maxed out there. And Hu Tao is my main damage dealer, so everything is pretty maxed out here. Let's choose the normal difficulty, and okay. Wait, do I just have to... No more than 2 character deaths, opponents defeated. Why does that ring glow when I stand in it? Are there going to be challenges later that I can't step outside that ring for a certain amount of time? Or does it have anything to do with the timer at the top? Unsure. So yeah, the reason why I'm behind on this this event right now is I'm doing a drawing of Rosaria. I wanted to get that done and out while I talk a little bit about Rosaria, what kind of team comp she'll be pretty good in, ways you can kind of build her, because she's definitely going to be like one of those main damage dealers as a 4-star, which is going to be really useful. And at a certain point, you can definitely turn her into a support just because she has an ability where she can increase your other character's crit rate by 15% of her own. So you actually want to find a way to get 100% crit rate on Rosaria, so that way you can get 15% crit rate on any character. So if you're running Rosaria as support, her two main things is that she can teleport. She can actually be a gap closer. This is actually pretty big for teams like the one I'm running now. I have a huge problem because both Kaching and Hu Tao, they want to be spamming their charged attacks. Just because they want to spam their charged attacks so much, that means that me trying to gap close and get towards enemies actually hurts my damage output. So Rosaria will actually help you as a gap closer because her ability lets you teleport behind enemies, and then it gives your entire team 15% crit rate of her own crit rate. So not only will she help you with gap closing, but she'll also apply ice to the enemy, which is really good if you're running characters with the Blizzard Strayer set. She'd actually be a very good match for characters like Razor or maybe even Noelle, because Noelle also wants to kind of spam those charged attacks too. So yeah, any team that ends up using a lot of stamina, a lot of charged attacks, she's actually going to be really good as a support on. And if you're planning on running her main damage dealer, it looks like she's gonna be a mix between cryo damage and physical damage. I believe the way her constellations are just kind of laid out, she's gonna be a much better physical damage dealer, in which case you might get use out of that the Dragon Spine Spear that wasn't very good for any character in the game. It does do increased damage now that basically when enemy is hit by cryo, it like doubles its damage from like this AoE icicle that drops. So Rosaria, being a cryo character, can do that, and then the secondary stat is it gives you physical damage. The only problem is there's a spear that's so much better than it called the Crescent Pike, and it's also a craftable spear. It kind of has like this hidden passive on the actual weapon, where it says it gives you a damage bonus every time you pick up an elemental particle, but that's not exactly true. What it ends up doing is it adds a second attack for that amount of damage. So technically it counts as a second hit that hits for a certain percent of your attack damage, depending on how much refinement you have on it. And I know all the poor people who have no way of getting the prototypes, because prototype drops are super rare. I'm actually one of the luckier people. I have maxed out my my prototypes for claymores, and I actually have a spare one right now, which is kind of ridiculous. And I just recently got another spear, so now I can get my Crescent Pike to refinement level 3 for Rosaria, actually. So I was planning on doing that. But I wanted to do a special in the video where I actually start building Rosaria out. But essentially this second hit, it can crit by itself. So rather than it just being a damage increase, it can actually do more damage because that hit can crit. So then you have your hit that crit and then that hit that crit. So the damage it increases your attack by is actually a lot more than what it actually says as its ability. So that's why it's like such an insanely good weapon. I think I actually ran out of time here. Well, challenge again. I was so busy in conversation, I didn't even realize the timer was counting down. Dang. That's gonna be tough for any new player. I know I have 2 units that just aren't super built, but holy cow. But yeah, you see how it's very difficult because Kaching's highest damage output and Hu Tao's highest damage output are linked to charged attacks. It's actually so difficult because I also have to run over to actually attack these enemies. And I end up running out of stamina because I have to dash all the way here. Man, that's actually pretty difficult. I might actually have to whip out my Zhao for this one. Yeah, so I'm definitely, holy cow. Right out of the gate, I was carried away for like 3 meters. Oh, I think I just have to finish off one more of these guys. And it's a success. Woo! Alright, I can definitely see that that's gonna be tough for newer players. Definitely gonna have to find a way to optimize how to get rid of these guys. Oh wait, all manner of challenges, such things aren't good for your health. While fighting within the aura, your character's attack is greatly increased. Okay, so that shiny circle in the middle, that's going to increase your attack. And when characters with full stamina hit an opponent while standing in the aura, they will release intense shockwaves. No wonder I could not complete it with that other team that I was running before that. I was out of stamina 24/7 because they were all charged attack users. So you want to play kind of to these aura strengths. I didn't even know about these auras when I went into it. These auras are probably going to be a huge help. Proportion of conductive substances within sweat of battle worn brow is less than 1%. Damage dealt by electrocharge reactions is greatly increased. Additionally, characters will unleash shockwaves and trigger electric charge reactions. Now, this is really hard for newer players because they need a high-leveled electro character, and if they weren't just leveling up electro characters at the start, this just becomes really difficult.
Feel the beat. Boring. With sword comes shadow.
Okay. This one is a lot better for Kaching. But I'll try running these challenges again with my Razor because he's a decently easy option for most players to get. Plus, he isn't very high leveled, at least compared to a lot of my other characters.
Incoming.
Holy cow. How many do you have to kill within like 19 seconds? How many more do I need to get here? 7? Holy cow. Oh my. Well, on the bright side, it is just Mora and Hero Wit at the end there. So you don't have to. That is rough. Oh my goodness. I don't know how much easier that gets with world level decreases, but that is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing around with this stuff after I get my Hu Tao video out. Oh, and I also have a little video on Venti that I'm gonna release, and then same with Child. And then I believe I was in the middle of releasing a series on Hu Tao. It's recorded, I just need to finish editing it. It's just on Hu Tao's kind of cutscene within the game. And yeah, we'll see what goes from there. Yeah, tell me if you guys if you like the art stuff, because I do really like to draw, and because Genshin has been getting a lot slower with its release and its events, I thought what better to do than actually just like draw some of the characters. So I might talk about a little bit of my my art tips, along with just where I think Rosaria would be good at. Oh, I actually didn't read this challenge's details. Oh, never mind. I just ended everything around me. Plunging attacks will transfer the impact your body absorbs to the entire ring. Release powerful shockwaves in this manner and increase damage of your next plunging attack. Okay, so if you have Zhao, this one's gonna be super easy. Oh, and then they also have funny titles. The Art of the Cannonball for plunging attacks. Don't sweat it, because I guess you're wet and you're doing electric shocks. I don't... Why someone wouldn't sweat that, I have no idea. But, of course, Zhao's gonna be very good in this one. Albedo's gonna be very good, and Venti's also gonna be very good. These are all the characters that can kind of help set you up for plunging attacks. The problem with, like, Zhongli and Geo Traveler is, like, it takes so long to kind of climb up the pillar. I think you can do more damage by just throwing out attacks by the time it takes you to actually get to the top.
Wheel of Life.
So yeah, key for Hu Tao, the second you see that damage kind of appear on that screen, that's when you should start to jump. Or even like just a little bit before you just, it's one of those ones that you do really have to get used to. It's a very difficult kind of charged attack cancel there. This one I might... Oh, never mind. Cannot use the windy gadget for this. Holy cow, these guys just don't take damage. Wow, that takes so long. Okay, so it really seems like for this one, you just want to use the power of the updraft. Whew! There we go. Mighty Ancient Warrior shall do Battle Rising Star. The travel, normal, and charged attacks that hit frozen opponents will release powerful shockwaves. Okay. So kind of like making Shatter do something.
Time to go. Is it my time?
Holy cow, I just got plowed right out of the arena there. Uh-oh.
Orders
Hi, Frame, save
Orders
me.
received. Incoming.
Oh. 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 That was by the wire. Oh my goodness. Now this one, I don't think I'd be able to complete it with this team. Probably Barbara Shengyoung, or I could do,
This
at
is
least for
how
getting
must
it the
be.
first time, do Mona. That is tough.
Decided by destiny.
A touch of frost. Evil conquering. Worthless. Here.
Life goes on.
Are you kidding me? You open with that? This might be impossible for new players. Holy cow. how? That is rough.
Sacred name. Fortune for surprise.
Spirit blade. One with my blade. Evil conquering. Worthless.
Whew, okay. Like to say that's all artifacts, but my Zhao is nuts. Okay, wow. Well, finding easy ways to beat this is not going to be easy. These are some tough challenges. I'll give it my best go. I can't guarantee I can find anything, but I guess I'm caught up to now. So again, my next video being released is going to be on Rosaria. I'm currently doing a drawing of her, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Rosaria and where she's going to be good, some of her abilities, and just do a full kind of deep dive into her as I play my drawing in the background. I will try to figure out if there are some easier ways to finish these arena challenges, because these look hecka difficult to do the extreme. On the bright side, all the primo gems seem to be linked to beating easy, so I don't think anyone's going to have a huge challenge getting the primo gems, but if you're looking for the experience books, it might just be you need a good team to complete these. Alrighty then, that was it for this video. There's less than a day left on the Venti banner, so if you're making wishes on the Venti banner, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you get all the booty ye desire. See Briney out.